On day one, I spawned in at the centre of the fortress and decided to have a bit of an explore. I made a new Blaze friend and he gave me some pork chops because he noticed that I was a bit hungry. We were just walking around when a wither skeleton told us that the king wanted us. I got to the throne room and the wither skeleton king told me that I had to go out to find a strange artifact, and it's part of a set of 3 that could make the strongest wither skeleton in the world. So I started going towards where the artifact was, and on the way I collected some resources to make me a bit stronger. And on day 5 I finally arrived at the temple. There were a lot of traps, but eventually I managed to get past them. The most annoying one wasn't dangerous, it was just really annoying. And I spent ages trying to get through it, but eventually got through the second one, and then it was the third one, and that was just as annoying. But I finally got to the Sword of the Ancients. As soon as I held it in my hand, I felt a lot powerfuler. That isn't a word. More powerful. But the way out was blocked, and I couldn't get back. So I was trapped. That was until the Blaze dug a hole for me to escape through. I decided to test out my sword on some of the nearby hoglins, and it was amazing. I put the Sword of the Ancients in the Wither Skeleton King's stand, and then he told me that we were being raided and to grab some armour to fight off some of the piglins that were raiding us. I used the crossbows that I got on the way to the temple from the piglins to make my own crossbow, and it looked quite good. I couldn't find any piglins until I turned around the corner and there was loads of them. So I just started attacking them, and they tried to fight back, but my sword was enchanted and quite good. It was sharpness 2, and I wiped them out. After all my hard work, the Wither Skeleton King decided to promote me to an official adventurer. So he gave me full iron armour and then sent me out to get the second artifact. After a bit of searching, I found the Nether Witch's hut, and apparently the Nether Witch had the second artifact, which is a Wither Skeleton skull that gives you extra hearts. I creeped up to her and she said that I could have the second artifact if I killed her pet, which didn't seem so bad until she broke her carpet and led me to a ladder. So I went down it and I saw this strange beast in a pen. So I opened the trap door, which I couldn't fit through, so I had to break the trap door. And then I walked up to the weird whatever it is, opened the gates, punched it, and it started chasing after me, and it was quite scary, but my wither effects dealt with it quite well, plus the sharpness 2 sword, and like that, it was dead. I don't think it was meant to be that easy, and it seemed a bit too good to be true. But I got the skull, so I left quickly and got home. Quick, run. 30 when I arrived at the throne room again, and the king was very happy to see me with the next artifact. So that was just one more to go. But before that, I heard that tomorrow my Blaze friend wanted to see me. So yeah, let's see what happens next. Went to the Blaze and he had a skeleton with him. He explained that they were gonna overthrow the Blaze King and they wanted me to help. I agreed as long as nobody knew that it was me. Reminded me about the Wither Skeleton Skull artifact that I just got. I could use that to disguise myself because obviously it's not my head, is it? It's somebody else's. When the king wasn't there, I snuck into the throne room and stole the skull and quickly ran before anybody saw me, including the Blaze King. Put it on and instantly got double my normal health, which was perfect, especially for a battle. With the new disguise, we snuck into the Blaze King's room, cornered him, and then I went for the kill because of my wither effect. The Blaze King's possessions get passed on to the nearest blaze when it dies, so that meant that my friend now had the Blaze King's staff and the Blaze King's crown. The new Blaze King rewarded me with 12 blaze rods and 23 gold ingots, so I thanked him, went back to the throne room, put the skull back, and quickly set out for the third artifact, which is a chest plate of ultimate protection, which makes all skeletons, wither skeletons, follow your commands, and yeah, it's just a really good chest plate. A second, but the effects of the skull finally went. Made it to the final artifact, and it was guarded by a parkour course. So I made the first jump, made the second jump, but then realised that I can't do the third one because I'm too tall, because I'm a wither skeleton. Just as I was about to give up, I saw the skeleton that helped me and the Blaze overthrow the Blaze King, and then he saw me. A bit of waiting, he finally did the parkour, and then he could get the chest plate from up there and get it down here safely so that I could give it to the king. Sat down, gave me the chest plate, and I thanked him with some gold and returned back to the fortress. Come back to the throne room and find out that the king is not happy with me at all. That I wore the skull, and now he's gonna fight me to the death. So I put on the chest plate quick and made a quick move, and with that and the chest plate to help me, I'd killed the king, so that made me the king. So I took the artifacts, equipped the skull, and now I was officially king of the Wither Skeletons, which meant that I could do what I wanted and control the entire population of Wither Skeletons in the fortress. So I told the Blaze the news, and he was also very happy. Filled with diamonds and wither roses that all the skeletons had dropped to welcome me as the new leader, but most importantly at the end, he dropped a smithing table, and I knew exactly what to do with that. The diamond pickaxe, so that I could go here and maybe break this block of netherite. I don't know. I was thinking of leaving it as decoration, but I'm only joking now. It's a block of netherite. Who would leave it as a decoration? And then I placed down a smithing table, crafted the netherite into ingots, made some armour, and then turned that into netherite along with my pickaxe. So now I was a very, very strong with the Skeleton King. So guys, that is how I survived 50 days as a Minecraft with a skeleton. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, that's a really weird wave.